Well, thank you for watching. We certainly hope that you found today's show both entertaining and educational. That's one of our purposes of having this show, is not just to entertain, but to also educate. As we said earlier, we're here to not just talk about issues, but to find solutions for issues. One of the things we did on our first show is we gave a homework assignment, and when my kids saw the video of the show, they said, "Dad, you can't give homework assignments." But I think we're going to keep giving homework assignments. The good news is that there's no grading here. But I think if you take a shot at some of these homework assignments, by the time we've done the whole season, you'll become a better citizen. You'll be much happier about your involvement in politics and government. So on the first show, what we asked everyone to do was take about 15 minutes, cruise the internet, and try and find a political site that they found interesting that could become perhaps their go-to political site. And in the first show, we focused on Ballotpedia. Again, on today's show, although it's not necessarily an internet site, it's access through the internet. We talked about Digital Politics Radio. So we've given you a couple good examples from our end of where you can go to get educated, and we hope that you will do some of your own surfing and figure out what you think is interesting. In fact, if you'd be kind enough and you find sites that you like, contact us. Our email is info@noneoftheabove.us, info@noneoftheabove.us. Send us the sites you're finding, because we're also going to set up a website to carry the same issues from the program, and then on the website we can alert people to these places that you found that are interesting to you, and we can educate and alert other people. So anyway, that was last week's homework assignment. This week's homework assignment is going to be tied back to where we started the show today, the fact that people aren't voting and aren't registering to vote. For those of you that aren't registered, what I'd like you to do is get registered. It should not be a very complicated process. Depending upon what state you're in, there is access at very different levels. But you probably can start by going on the internet, finding out where to get registered, and start that process. Now, I suggest many of you probably are registered, but I'm wondering if your kids are registered. One of the things that we didn't talk about today is not only is our country registered at a fairly low level, but it's the younger generation, that 18 to 25 cohort, that is particularly low, particularly poorly registered. In fact, I asked my kids today if they're registered. I have 3 daughters. One is, one isn't, and one's not old enough yet. So I guarantee you by the next show, the one that is not registered will have found out how to register, and we will be well on the way to getting her to become a voter. So that's today's homework assignment. If you're not registered to vote, please get registered. If you are registered, check around in the family to make sure that everybody else is available. We close every show with the following, and I hope it's not going to be redundant, but we're just going to keep doing it until we get it right. Please remember, if you are not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. Thank you.